ရှိကိုရှောက်ပါလို့အနောက်ကိုလည်းမျောလိုက်ရင်တကောနိုင်ရွှေကုတ်ကားနဲ့ဖျားကိုမြင်မမလေးတို့ပြုတ်ဦးရင်အဝင်းသားပေတောင်ဘောဓိရွှေကြောင်Every Myanmar Buddhist couples make it a point to invest their son with yellow robe and to get him join the order of Sangha as a novice when their son is old enough for it. This noble duty is carried out through the novitiation ceremony. It can be held with all traditional pomp and ceremony or on a small scale according to the original guidance of Buddha. However, the generosity and goodwill of Myanmar people exaggerates the ceremony to a grand scale.
Since the lifetime of Buddha, Buddhist parents have made it a point to get their son enter the religious order as a novice by having their head shaved, wearing yellow robe, and taking refuge in 3 gems, in a bid to preserve Buddhist culture and Myanmar tradition. Myanmar Buddhists have been celebrating the novitiation ceremony.
You will be fascinated to see a mass donation ceremony at a township in Upper Myanmar by the local people contributing cash, kind and labor with heart and soul. The donation in support of the perpetuation of Buddha Sasana is called Jagama or perpetual donation. Today's ceremony is donate the ordination hall, the essential building in the procedures of initiating boys and men into the order of Sangha. So, it's a unique and noble donation of its kind.
I had an idea to hold a novitiation ceremony for my son and grandsons when I donated the ordination hall last year.
In the early morning, alms food is offered to the monks and the invited guests are served with fruits. Then, the merit sharing ceremony for the donation of ordination hall follows, with the donors offering provisions to the monks. A generous donation is accomplished with the goodwill of the donor in the auspicious morning.
I hold this novitiation ceremony in order to cultivate my virtue for the lives to come.
In the early morning before the procession of novitiation begins, all the participants, including close friends and relatives, are busy beautifying themselves. The would-be novices are called Shinlao in Myanmar. Before they are conveyed to the public in procession, they are beautified with cosmetics and ornaments. They wear princely costume, including headgear and sash, like the princess in the time of Myanmar kings.
Before the boys are initiated into a novice, they are sent to the village or township monastery to learn the Pali texts and codes of the novices. They are trained by the abbot monk. Only when they've learned enough, the abbot monk let their parents to take them back and to proceed to hold the novitiation ceremony. Being a novice to be, they are dressed in princely costume for the ceremony.
The dresses are made of silk, satin, and lace, adorned with sequins and beads. Meanwhile, necessary preparations are being made for the procession in the monastery. As would-be novices will be carried on the elephant's back in the procession, the elephants are fed and got ready with the decorated cradle to carry the would-be novices. In the morning, the would-be novices are present at the net shrine for the blessing. When everything is all set, would-be novices are carried on the horses and elephants' backs, and their parents and king follow in their cars. First, they make their way around the town and then to the famous pagoda of the town to pay homage to the Buddha. There, they pay obeisance to the Buddha, walking around the pagoda platform for 3 times. Then, they make a cash donation to the board of pagoda trustees.
I plan to celebrate this novitiation ceremony on a grand scale with the contributions from our relatives.
Then they head for the respective net shrines, where would-be novices are present in a row with their parents at the back. This act is believed to be asking for the blessing of the nuns, and they are sheltered on the would-be novice from the unnecessary hindrance. The ritual is led by the spirit mediums with a bowl of offertories, coconut, bunches of bananas, and eugenia leaves. When the ritual is successfully performed, they go back home for a break.
We Buddhists believe that the art of our donations will result a good karma in our next lives through weekend practice vipassana meditation.
In the afternoon, People are busy making preparations in the monastery compound and at the donor's residence for the ceremonial round. While the music troupe to accompany the procession are getting their musical instruments ready, the relatives and the bearers of betel caskets, the most beautiful girls in town, are beautifying themselves. Today's procession will be accompanied by Withandara and Bagan Wing. Students, the participants of Winking, are getting dressed in respective royal costumes.
We celebrate the ceremony traditionally and royally with the participation of the locals. Our aim is to make the people know how the ceremony was celebrated in King and Queen's days.
The performing group for the famous elephant dance is ready to get into position. Once all participants are ready, out they go in a procession with Buddha image at the front. Is followed by the donor family and the senior citizens. And then Shenlao on the horse's back and elephant's backs. Their father carrying the ounce palm, slung over the shoulder with the fans in hands. Their mother holding the yellow robes. Their king and the bearers of the betel caskets go after gracefully in a long procession. Another ceremony which accompanies the novitiation is ear-boring ceremony. Parents who give birth to only daughters celebrate this ceremony. Ear-boring ceremony is one of the 12 auspicious occasions specified by Asian Myanmar people.
The more we donate, the more merit we can gain.
And last of all, the entertainment group follows at the back of the procession. The drum dance, just the elephant dance over the boisterous music, are very entertaining and make the procession alive.
This donation will be a milestone for the donors in their lives.
Finally, the procession comes to an end after returning to the monastery. Inside the monastery compound, all participants in the procession are treated to meals. In the evening, all of the activities of the procession are completely ended. Even though the volunteers call it a day, the sponsors of the ceremonies and the parents of would-be novices still have works to be done. Surrounded by several sizes of pots, they have to cook the meals for tomorrow's festivities.
We volunteers feel no tiredness to contribute our labor to any donations. I like to say that we'll provide our voluntary services to the satisfaction of the donor.
Since dawn, the monastery compound has been alive with teeming crowds. As soon as the dawn breaks, the monks come to partake of morning meals. After the Mass, the invited guests, old, young, male and female, come for the feast to have their hearts content. Charity feast called Satudita is going to take place for all comers and passers-by. The feast includes vegetarian biryani, pickled mango, and soup.
As a Myanmar Buddhist, I rejoice to see the donors making such a great donation, and I feel like doing the same.
Still, more guests, including relatives and business partners of the donors, are expected to come for the feast. As a present ticket is enclosed with the invitation card, those who are invited with the printed invitation have the privilege to receive the present by showing the ticket at the entrance. Donors are seen at the entrance of the monastery, welcoming every comer to the festivity.
Indian rice will be served at the ceremony. We bought the necessary ingredients for the chefs to cook.
At the same time, volunteers wait on the guests with full attention, so as not to cause any inconvenience to their guests. According to Buddha, volunteers can also gain merit as equally as donors by doing sundry matters at the donation ceremonies.
We residents of the whole township are inspired by the generosity of the donors. There is much rejoicing over such a substantial donation.
In the afternoon, would-be novices and would-be monks have their heads shaved. During the process, senior monks shave their heads, while the parents of would-be novices receive their hair in a piece of white cloth. It is the most pleasant parts of the novitiation process for both would-be novices and his parents. At that moment, the parents wash their boys with tears of joy. First and foremost, they vest their yellow robes in the venerable abbot to ask for the permission of being invested with. After that, the venerable abbot recites the necessary religious verses, and the would-be novices have to repeat after the venerable abbot. Next to this, they are allowed to get changed with yellow robes with the help of other monks, and they become novices in such a way. The novices reverently hear the sermon of the venerable abbot, sitting nearest to the venerable abbot, and take the 10 precepts. Only then they finish taking the 10 precepts will they acquire qualities and become the noble members of the holy orders. Eventually, this ceremony is coming to an end of successfully through sharing the merits for the good deeds they've done by dropping water and extending their merits to all living and non-living beings.
I can express my happiness enough. The chance that not only my grandsons, but I myself can enter the religious order pleases me a lot.
I've been thinking of being ordained as a monk for the past 2 years. Only now my dream has become reality.
In the late evening, the monks to be are ordained in the ordination hall to enter monkhood. To become a monk, one must be at least 20 and have the approval of his family and his employer if he is an employee. Furthermore, he must be in good health with complete anatomical features and free from doubt. Last but not least, he is to be ordained in the ordination hall to attain the monkhood, listening to the recitation of religious verses by venerable senior monks. After being ordained, the newly qualified monks hear the sermon of Venerable Abbot as to do's and don'ts for monkhood and the aim of being a monk, and they are given suitable titles of attaining the monkhood.
From our religious point of view, if we enter the religious order in this life, we'll be blessed with this chance in the lives to come.
What follows the next is that the monks come out of the ordination hall led by the senior monks, and their parents and relatives standing in queue donate such offertories as soap, toothpaste tubes, toothbrush, towel, and others to the monks. This step is called the donation of exiting the ordination hall.
These donors are able to make donations and contributions to the perpetuation of Buddha's sasana wholeheartedly in this life. It's due to the good deeds they perform in the previous lives. They are sure to attain nirvana, thanks to the absolute devotions and meritorious deeds they do in this life.
The great novitiation ceremony and donation ceremony is done with much success and liveliness.